podcast is powered by Audio House Dublin.
One of the lads said to me, if you had an English accent, you'd have had a mural in Smithfield about 5 years ago.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
You know?
Yeah. Fuck it, we'll kick it off there. That's some quote already.
He said it, not me.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Flowers on myself like that.
No, we'll start here anyway. So, Sold Out Podcast, episode 57. This is going to be a legendary
57.
one. 57.
Deadly.
You should have kept us for the 60th.
Yeah.
Yeah, on an even number. That's kind of fucking wrecked my head.
Even if I'd have known
Turn
this
that
in the
telly on and
pipeline,
make sure the volume's on an even number just to cancel it out.
I would have done it for 52 had I known, like, because I'm excited for this episode, lads. I appreciate you coming down.
Thanks for having us.
All good. So I suppose we'll just kick off. So Mo-K and Lethal Dialect.
Yeah.
So
It's all about Lethal Dialect.
it is all about Lethal Dialect. So you have
No, it's Mo Pesci as well now.
Mo Pesci's dead, man. I killed him off.
the alter ego.
Yeah,
He's not dead to me.
the memory lives on. But yeah, I suppose for both of you, even we'll just open it up. Where did it all start for you? As we'll go back to the start because maybe not everyone will be familiar with you guys.
I mean, we kind of started in around the same time, didn't we?
Yeah.
I remember coming back from the White Horse, wasn't it? Remember on the
Oh,
Queens there?
yeah.
I used to be doing gigs in the White Horse and we'd be walking out and he'd be heading off to do a DJ gig.
Yeah.
And this must have been about 2012.
I would have said before that.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
Well
was
before
it?
that.
Maybe it was. Oh, no, it was before 2012.
I was going to say, isn't your first, the first album is 2011, isn't it?
2006.
It was about 2000.
That was Radio City days. Remember Radio
2000,
City?
yes, fucking hell, 2000 is, oh man, I'm getting old.
Yeah. Can I depress you?
Yeah,
I was 7.
Wow.
yeah, that's it.
So that
It's
means, so I'm doing this like 16 years now since I'm 19.
That
So
was
you would
2006, man.
Yeah.
have been 4.
hell.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, but here we are anyway.
Yeah,
and it feels like there's a resurgence, obviously. So, you have an upcoming gig in the Workman's thing. How are you prepping for this set?
To be honest, it's been a fucking breeze. Because
Yeah.
I was doing stuff with the live band for so long, you
Yeah.
know, which is great. And I recommend any artist, doesn't matter what type of music you're making, you have to try with the live instruments. It's a different buzz, you know. But it's fucking tough trying to get 6 people their schedules to link
Organised.
up at the same time,
Motivated
and
and
you're carrying, you know. And in fairness, I didn't do it. Dave Prendergast, who produced the last time, the last album, was organising it all, and his head was wrecked with it, you know. And then just carrying the stuff around and loading in and out, and you know, and then the sound is tough as well to get right. You know, we needed the sound man with us all the time, and then you just go back to doing stuff with a DJ, and
it's just work.
it's just fun. Yeah, it takes a lot of the stress off. It's I'm really enjoying it and looking forward to having the crack with it, you know.
Yeah.
And there's fucking room on stage, not falling over the drums.
Yeah, that's it. Workman's has a nice stage, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it'd be a whopper set for sure. Were you like producing with live instruments on?
I didn't
Did
do
you have
any
them
of
in
the
mind?
production. No,
I mean, but in the rooms, like, were you kind of working with live instruments, or was it all
for
the last album?
the last album was all live. Yeah. David Prendergast produced it. I sort of had an agenda with the last album, and the agenda was to not make an album that was a hip hop album, you know, because we just been doing hip hop for so long. I wanted to try something different, you know. And then at the album launch, Mo came backstage and Mo was like, Paulie, I'm sure you need to go back to the LD stuff again. So here they
I
are.
was just being honest. I was just being honest. It was a good album, but it wasn't for me.
No, I appreciate the honesty.
The constructive criticism.
That's
Yeah, but it's good to try new things as well.
yeah.
You know, if it works, it works. Doesn't like my. It's not the end all be all. If I say it, like, it is what it is, but it wasn't my cup.
no, and I get that, and a lot of the lads said that as well. You know, it wasn't for me, but
you have to try new things.
It's for me. It was just I was so stifled with hip hop because if there's one compliment that I allow myself, it's that I've been quite prolific with the albums, you know. And so when you do 3 albums in sort of quick succession, and you're writing the same way the whole time, so you just get sent instrumentals and then write to them.
Yeah.
This was different. Like David sent me a music loop,
Someone
you
at
know.
the door? Is there? Do you hear that?
Could
Am I
be.
going crazy? Anyone else here?
Could be.
Doubt it, man.
And might be.
I heard some.
I swore I've heard it twice now, so I'm just gonna check. Hey, sorry. No, all good. Hold
Oh,
on.
it's Bobby.
Yeah, man.
What's up?
Fucking forgot.
Get him in.
Make a little cameo, man. You're on the podcast.
What's up, bro?
What's the crack, man, Ari?
How's it going?
How's things?
I'll get out of your way.
No worries, all man. I'll see you in a few.
At least we have a few gargles anyway. That's the main thing.
Sorry about that. I actually completely blanked. I was supposed to give that to him.
Oh, you're all
No,
good.
you can just leave it in.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That was the fellow, everyone.
No cheeky edits now to
That's
make it
it.
look all smell.
That's
Leave
it.
that in.
No, this is real shit. But yeah, what were we even discussing?
We were talking about
Mo hating me last album. Yeah.
somewhere.
No, it was, no, but that's what it was. It was like an agenda to break out of the sort of hip hop category.
Yeah.
Just from a selfish point of view, because I was finding it hard to write more stuff. You know, you have to let the well refill, and then Dave was like, you'd hear like a loop of a string section, and it doesn't call for the 16 bar verse. It calls for something else. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So it was good. It gave me time to let the well replenish, as they say.
Because you have to live a bit of life in between each album as well. So
yeah, and then I was mining stories from like '88 was a lot of stories from back in the day and Cabret and all. And there's only you can keep mining and mining until you're just repeating yourself. You know?
Yeah.
That's true. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's why I suppose a lot of people say like your debut album is nearly the best because you've had your whole life to sort of write it and tell that story. And then
I think what mine's my second album. A lot of people say like LD50 was very rough around the edges, you know.
That's what I liked about it, man.
Really? Yeah. People used to call me Metamorpholisp.
Well, no, I wouldn't have said that. I remember when I listened to that album in the car, and I got the same feeling as when I heard like I don't know, Mobb Deep's Hell on Earth or the Infamous album. I was like, this is just next level, bro. Like it was, for me, it was powerful.
Yeah, appreciate that. And I was only listening to Hell on Earth the other day. That had a massive effect on it, you know. Just that sort of sinister tone to it, you know. And G.I. as well, obviously. He was like a young Havoc then, you know. I mean, he still is, but he's sort of, the stuff he's doing now, it's like even some of the stuff I have up on part 3, it's real bouncy, it's jazzy, it's soulful.
so this is the upcoming project.
Yeah.
How many tracks is Gio like?
I have two instrumentals for him there that I'm definitely using, but there's definitely going to be more. And then get him in a headlock for an L verse.
100% has to be done.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to go into there. So for one thing I wanted to ask about was you changed your name just to Paul Alwright for a time, but you're kind of back to Lethal Dialect now.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask, like, at the time, because I was going back, I listened to your interview with Eric, and you were saying about kind of like moving away from someone like the bravado around hip-hop and stuff like that, and becoming more personal. But are you going to carry that through to the next sort of rebirth of Lethal Dialect?
Yeah. It's going to be like, it's still an informed LD. It's a more informed. It has to be. You know, you're grown, and that was documenting the time when it was just documenting the time my life grown as a human being. You know, and I wanted to do the Paul Alwright stuff as a statement to kind of say, you know, this is me being in it. Because at the end of the day, like, and you know what it's like in hip hop circles, like you do the slightest thing different, and you're gonna take a little bit of bit of stick, you know.
Snoop Lion grew the dreads, did a reggae album. Songs with Eddie Murphy and all. So.
Yeah, and he, you know, Snoop's the
He's
OG.
back to the Super Crip now. And
you know, it's got like, it's kind of amplifying a phase you're going through in your life at the time. But hip hop can be like that. It can be a bit, if you do art and sort of unexpected, it's like, oh, what's this? You know,
the fan base is quite fickle, really.
Yeah, and I've always enjoyed diving into the unknown. You know, it's what, like, I just get bored very easily as a creative. You know, so to do something different is great. But it's gonna be a more informed LD because I'm a grown man now. You know, but at the same time, it's that working class vibe that the first two were. You know, and I have some amazing stories there now that I've had there since the well is replenished. You know,
nice one.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are, or if you can, sort of, are there any influences that have changed, or any like major parts of your life that have sort of influenced this upcoming album at all?
Yeah,
like,
I'll tell you. Do you know what? I wasn't trying to do, like, I was just like, I'm just going to write bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was no agenda at all with this, and I've noticed how humorous it is, which is something I never really had in the first two albums. The first two albums are very serious. But there's quite a bit of humour in it. I don't know why that is. I've no idea why it is. It's the multis, like you're writing the multis, and you know you're put some fat on me gut until I'm looking like Jabba the Hutt, and I'll be happy as a savage and muck. It's just the way the multis are. I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't dictate this. When I'm writing out the multi-syllable, that's the way they flow out. So it's been a bit more humorous. Even with Red Hot, you can kind of get that off it. It's a bit crack. Like,
absolute banger, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
But it's you can even hear it, and that's a bit.
I found it very relatable, man. A very relatable record.
Yeah.
Like the bar, even about standing beside your mate and you're paranoid out of your head. You know what I mean? I have this mate who comes into the pub in Donecarney, like Gucci head to toes into all other shit.
Yeah.
But you'd be so paranoid standing beside
Part of when I'm even standing there, because that's my look. You know what I mean? I'd be the fucking
that's
the fucker outside the shop chatting to one of the boys, and then
bang.
You know, the chipper van pulls up.
Where do we go from the chipper van? But I suppose like a lot has probably changed in the Irish hip hop scene. We were saying it kind of on the walk over. Is it like intimidating, sort of like nearly like not coming back to it, but like seeing so much change in such a short period of time? Really, do you know what I mean?
Well, like in fairness, like since I've like, well, there's two answers to that question. One is, you know, it's great that it's socially acceptable now, which it wasn't when I was growing up, because I was getting called Tetra Pak in the chipper.
I wanted to dive into that a bit more, like, because you're a pioneer. Like, if there's a Mount Rushmore of Irish hip hop, you know, your hat's definitely on it. Do you know what I mean, though? Like,
and that's the second part of the question, or the answer is the other thing is, since I've been back doing the LD stuff. Because like it took 4 years to do the last album, and 4 years is a long time, you know, especially in hip hop. It's the fastest changing genre. Like trends come and
unless
go.
You're Frank Ocean, you're not getting away with that.
And trends come and go like nothing. So you know, when I started doing the LD stuff again, and then people start throwing around the word pioneer and you know all this stuff, and I'm going, that's, I obviously appreciate the love and respect, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, I remember like yesterday I was paying homage to the lads who came before me, the informatics and urban intelligence and, you know, Scaredy and all these lads, and now they're calling me.
Do you know who never gets mentioned? Massage.
MJX,
they released some dope album, man.
Yeah, they were quality, and amazing live as well. But the mad thing is, like, I remember only paying homage to them a while ago, and then in the space of an album, you come back and you're the pioneer, and it's like, oh shit, I'm old now.
You're old now, still in your prime. But
this is it. Yeah, for sure. Because you have like some of the greats are, you know what I mean, like Eminem, like Jay-Z. We were talking about this recently because Nilo actually, funny enough, was saying like, you know, hip hop is a young man's game, and I was just saying it doesn't have to be necessarily. Like 444 was Jay-Z's. You know, like a lot of people revered that album. You know what I mean? So I was about to say his best, but then I was like, it's up there. Like, you know what I mean?
I loved it. I loved it.
But look at Westwood. What's he? He's 60 odd now, is he?
Yeah, but I think the likes of Westwood and Eminem now, in my opinion, they've sort of done themselves into obscurity almost. Do you know what I mean? They sort of, it's like looking at John Terry when he had that season with Chelsea, and it's like he had one of his best seasons towards the end, and it's like if he keeps going on now, he's kind of fucking mediocre himself into oblivion, you know?
But that Kamikaze album was one of my favourites from him, definitely.
Really,
I thought it was unbelievable. Definitely.
I just couldn't get, since the Eminem show, I haven't been able to.
The Eminem show?
Yeah, really? That was his last great album for me.
Fuck off.
Relapse and all them are just...
Relapse was shy.
He's just missing, so it's like the bars are technical. And they're all there, and if you look at the way, because I'm a OCD for the multis, you know what I mean? So the more multis rhyming, the better in my mind. And he's rhyming every single multi, and then he's flipping the multis, and then he's halving them and rhyming them with the other multis, and it's technically great, but it's just like it's no passion in it or something.
Was that the album with Till I Collapse and all in it?
That was Eminem show.
Oh
no, actually, didn't he have one after that? Because
I'm trying to think.
Curtain Call one of the albums? That was a good album.
Yeah,
I didn't like any of them since the Marshall Mathers LP. I just was
going way back.
Yeah, well, look, smack that.
And then he did an album that you like only a while ago.
The Kamikaze one, yeah.
Oh, did you? Yeah, the Beastie Boys tribute and all on it.
Yeah. So yeah.
What did you think of when he went and rehashed it with LP2? Like do you know the way he did like Marshall Mathers LP2, and there was tracks that were like continuations of
Yeah, it was alright.
Tracks and stuff.
Yeah, it was alright.
It was weird though.
Yeah,
I thought,
no.
He's not in that same mind state, and he never will be. And that's one of the things I've realised as well. Even trying to, I'm never gonna ever make an LD51 or 2 and.
But judging by Red Hot, you're definitely on the right track, man.
Well, I think the difference with me is that I still live in poverty, and I've lived in poverty for the first 2 albums. You know what I mean? When you have lads there and they're getting rich and comfortable,
I like
the likes of M and that,
Yeah, I get what you're saying there. But back to Red Hot, I was thinking about. Remember back in the day with LD, the LD.
I'm not actually living in poverty. I'm actually alright.
No, I knew
it's
that.
Not that bad.
Yeah. You used to use, was it G.I. used to always use the American accents for the hooks, and then I went on Red Hot. Using a Dublin accent.
Oh, with the cuts.
Yeah.
He used to cut in like Mob Deep and Nas and stuff like that. Yeah.
When I heard Red Hot and I heard that it was a Dublin accent, I was like, that's legit.
And How Straight was and credit to Gitsy, like he was one of the first ones to start cutting in. Because even like with Urban Intelligence, when Mosh Chops was producing their stuff, he used to cut in a lot of the US rappers, and then Gitsy just sent me this instrumental with one of the boys from On The Law on it, and I was like, this is cool. Like, and it's their phrase, like How Straight is their phrase, Red Hot is their phrase, you know?
Yeah.
Defo, man.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff altogether.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand with just being like living up in Dublin and stuff like so.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you? Because Red Hot, like it's when I was doing my research, so it's the only tune on Spotify. Did you find kind of like releasing? Is this going to be like a new era of Lethal Dialect? Like how much of a departure is it, or is it more like? Do you see it all as a continuation?
Yeah, it's both. You know what I mean? It is a continuation. There's a theme there, a common theme there, definitely. But it is its own thing as well, you know. Yeah. And as I was saying, it has to be. You're in a different. You're always going to be in a different. You're always growing, even if you don't want to grow. You're always growing, you know.
This is it,
so
are we gonna get a video for Red Hot?
Well, I have another one coming up, but I'm doing a cheeky one with it, and I'm not going to say what I'm doing because I'm just going to do it. I won't say what I'm going to do because I'll give it away. But I have a tune written there called The Irishman, and there's a nice little window there for that to come out. You know what I mean? And possibly a video as well. So
no video for Red Hot.
I'll come back and do it retrospectively, and that's the beauty now. I used to always think like you had to do it this way, you had to do it that way, and now like I'm just very relaxed with it, and it's like there's no rules to this. Like we have ownership of this. We can do what we want. We can release when we want. We can, you know what I mean.
Once we get the video, it's all good.
Yeah. No, I do. We need visuals. I was only chatting to Costello about it earlier, you know, and I think the thing that helped put us out there from the offset was like the music was one thing, but the videos especially, because I remember we had like throughout 6 or 7 in and around the same time. It was like myself, Git, Costello, Jambo, and it was like all real Dublin working class estates, stuff like that. I hadn't really been seen before, like because the Urban Intelligence and all were throwing out great music, but they never did a video. So and it was just the air. It was difficult to make a video back then.
I was gonna say, that's nail on.
That's
when
really. People were buying CDs like crazy and the Homemade Bombs mixtape. So we were kept entertained with that. And
absolutely, that was the first Irish hip hop mixtape I ever got was Homemade Bombs.
It was unbelievable.
They're working on Homemade Nukes now, the lads, and kind of gonna do a revamp of
big title.
So technology has evolved.
That's it. That's like that, because that's what I was going to touch on. Like obviously the hustle must have been like different, like when you were coming up almost, because now people like they're kind of like, I feel like a problem with the Irish scene at the moment is everyone's a little bit too focused on like singles and just pumping them out on Spotify and just getting into playlists rather than, you know, the legacy that something like, you know, your albums have made and the impact on it. I think maybe that's why you get slapped with the labels of Pioneer and stuff like that, because no one else has really put through a discography like that that's as solid, really. At least from the new wave, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Not as much.
School, like,
what do you think about that? Because you're a DJ. Like,
I'm just literally trying to think as solid as your albums.
Because, you know, there's some new people bubbling up that will probably go on to do it, obviously, you know.
Like definitely our own lads like Costello and Git and Jambo, you know, those boys have been absolutely consistent.
And fairness, the Class A's had a serious catalogue.
They were banging the stuff out. Yeah,
Rob
absolutely.
Kelly is decent catalogue.
Yeah, Rob had a good few albums out as well. Yeah,
Newey.
Yeah. I mean, it was the thing. It was the done thing then. But you see, for me, it's like it's what Ryan Holiday calls perennial. You know, a single is here today, gone tomorrow. Like. And especially with a playlist, because they update the playlist all the time. Yeah. So if you're doing a song to get a play, and it's like that thing, you know, it's panning for gold, and they used to pan for gold in streams, and now the labels are panning for gold in streams again, you know. And it's like I always have to have a body of work, because it's just it gives I don't know. It's not about being in the spotlight or garnering attention for that period of time for me. It's about leaving behind a chunk there.
Yeah, for sure.
When someone listens back, they'll understand through listening to. You wouldn't get it with 2 or 3 tracks, but you'd get it listening to 8 or 9 tracks. What kind of a zone you were in, and even listening to LD51 and 2, you can. Each one has its own atmosphere, its own theme.
Yeah.
And it's interesting for me to listen back to them, like when I'm doing the gig on Friday, and I'm listening back to the instrumentals and the old songs. It's mad being able to. It's in a weird way. It's like your own journal. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and
for
you
sure.
listen back, and you do forget. You completely forget, because even though they're there in
at the time, it was cathartic though, and it was, you know what I mean.
Exactly. And you really get to the crux of what mindset you were in. I was listening to something the other day, Apparitions, I think it was, in the verse on that, about being tempted, and you know, you may come back with the gold wrist and on. I was going, that's mad, like. And then it's also like a little historical note, because it's like fucking things aren't that different again. They got better for a while, but now it's back to the same shit, you know. So that's why albums to me are. It's a historical thing, and it should be a personal thing, you know. I remember someone saying to me, albums are dead, and I was like, maybe for you. Yeah, someone said that to me. I can't remember who. And I was like, it's all EPs and singles now. I was like, well, that's if you're vying to be in the spotlight at that time and to garner attention. But, you know, I've had me little phases where I flirted with that a little bit, but yeah, I'm trying to leave behind a corpus where my corpse is so forward with. That's the mind state I'm going forward with. It's the best way I can say it. That's why I write, man. I can't articulate this shit in fucking speech. I have to write it. Do you know what I mean?
No, because it's so true. Because as well, I think it goes hand in hand with like the trap sound as a trend as well. Because a lot of people are in this new wave. It's like they're dropping a single or an EP that's all trap, and it's put in a playlist. Yeah, they get a couple 1,000 streams, whatever, but then it's just gone the next week, and there was nothing of substance, really. I do
think the video thing is a big thing these days. You know what I mean? I just think that's, and like if you're just dropping singles and putting them on Spotify or whatever, it's like whatever. But if you drop a dope visual and a video.
Absolutely. And isn't it a statement that you believe so much in that tune that you have to putting money into doing a visual for it?
There you go.
So it's almost like if you're just throwing out a tune, you're almost treating yourself like it's throwaway. So no one else is really going to treat it like it isn't.
Videos all the way, man.
Yeah, and for me, with the likes of Red Hot, like it's like, you know, I want to do a video for that, but it's like, my standards are too high with videos.
I was just about to say that. You got like OTT, big treatment and big blip.
Yeah, and it's like I need a red camera and I need a fucking team to do it, and they don't.
Just get a Beamer and an iPhone and just shoot it and put it
float
up
around camera.
That's what everyone's doing. You don't need all these big production crews. Who's not shooting videos, no?
We could.
Look at all the cameras they have.
Yeah. No, we have it, but the other thing is I always want to. That's the other problem that I was going to get at, is that a lot of my tunes, and we were talking about this earlier, why I don't get booked, why I think I don't get booked for a lot of festivals, is because my songs are very narrative heavy, and that's when I'm sitting down to write a tune, that's what keeps me there for hours and hours. It has to be. And it's like, do I know what I need to do to write a tune that's more festival or live friendly? Yeah, am I willing to do that? No, I couldn't be. I won't sit down there. Like, I know there's lads who go into the studio and they mess around, they throw on a beat, and they're like, oh, I'll just stick something out to that. Like, I have tunes there, like, even, you know, The Business. that kind of dancey one.
Yeah.
And it's like a dance tune, and even if it's a fucking story to it, you know what I mean? And it's like, I can't not write story. The problem is then when you're writing story, it's hard to shoot a narrative video for it because the narrative is already in the story. And B, it's hard to get people to fucking stand there and listen to you at a festival. No, they do at the gigs, because
obviously that's your own controlled environment, but a festival is a bit more
exactly,
like
Now, I'm not saying there's not a space for it somewhere, but like even Kojak opened up the show with the last album launch, and he came in after doing his set, and he was like, that's like the fucking quietest, most attentive crowd I've ever. It's weird, like, you know what I mean? And I remember thinking that, Jesus, that's probably, you know what I mean, is that a good thing? And then I was like, yeah, because they're all there to fucking listen to the start. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Like in the day and age when, you know, it's hard to get someone's attention for 15 seconds. And you've, you know, 150 people there listening to everything you're saying. That's a fucking privilege.
That's it. And like
149 hours and listening.
Yeah, he was just here to tell me the album was shite.
He listened that much.
Well, it worked, didn't it? I'm back down the LD, so
That's it.
But yeah, like, because even like coming from like what I listen to anyway as well, it's like the hip hop sound's been degraded to a point as well with like Migos and stuff, and it's like the lyrics aren't even the most.
I like Migos stuff.
Yeah, same. You know what I mean? But like I feel like my ear wouldn't be as attentive as definitely yours would have been, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because,
well, look, I haven't a clue what Migos are saying, but it's vibey, like, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and in fairness, you know, that's the thing. Like people associate me with listening to like Mobb Deep and Nas and stuff like that, because they would have been the rappers I was like channeling in a way with the older stuff. But I had a fucking serious Dipset phase, man. You know what I mean?
I read that actually.
Haze is still probably my favourite hip hop album.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Dipset. Some of that stuff was brutal though.
But that's what I'm saying. That so like I was accepting it back in the early thousands that, you know, it doesn't have to be all. It doesn't all have to be cerebral lyrics and you know, soulful beats. It can be other shit as well. And even like when we first went into the trap phase, because New York had a big wave through the early thousands, and then it kind of went to the south. Yeah. And people hated that then. That was like the equivalent to people talking about Migos and all now. But back then it was fucking
Laffy Taffy,
Mike Jones and who is Mike Jones? He used to put his number on the thing, 281-330-8004.
Mike Jones was a beast though.
He was deadly though. It was fun. Like, it was great crack, you know what I mean? And so I've always been open to hip hop. It doesn't, for me, it never had to just be about, you know, lyrics and in fairness, I'm glad it isn't just all that, because, you know,
it's definitely it's one of the most diverse like genres overall. Like when you actually get into it, like, because Lil Peep doesn't sound anything like Migos and doesn't sound anything like.
But that's me one real. I don't listen to anyone with Lil and
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, definitely. No, I never gonna look. Do you know what? I'd actually prefer Drake to Lil Wayne.
Love Drake,
because like, whether it's ghostwritten or not, when he wants to rap, he can rap, you know?
Yeah. Well, back to back, and like, he
what's
gave
the
you some
Gucci
moments.
Gang fella name? What's his name?
No, Lil Pump.
Yeah, no, not into that. It's all right. Racks on Racks is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But because we're talking about the boys from things.
Like, I don't know. It's just still like, I'm serious. I'm fascinated at the moment with how far trap is going to go. Because like,
isn't Rick Ross gearing up to do a new trap album? He's back in that Money in the Grave.
I mean, Ariana Grande has a trap album.
I thought Young Jeezy's Tug Motivation 101 was the best trap album, because it was just pure grimy. Like, that's one thing I don't know why, probably because I'm a bit of a depressed, melancholic fucker, but I always gravitate towards the kind of edgy, dark, you know, sinister stuff.
But I mean, no one, like, if you're listening to hip hop, you're not there for the Disney shit either. So
yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So, Disney shit.
Yeah. That's the name of a tune.
Dempsey said that to me before. Actually, he was like, I went through a phase of trying to write happy songs, and then I realised that there's enough fuckers out there writing happy songs. I'm just gonna keep writing the sad ones.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's his lane, you know. So,
like, speaking of Dempsey, obviously, one thing because we had a conversation actually last week on the podcast saying that we were thinking basically collaboration was like the key for the scene overall to grow. And I found it interesting because listening to, so like, even looking at 1988, you have Jessica Kavanagh, if I'm right, you found just on Facebook doing covers of like Lauryn Hill and stuff.
Yeah, Johnny found her. She was doing wedding band stuff. Jackknife Jake found discovered our music and then messaged her, and she was straight down. Yeah.
So I was kind of interested in like how do you have any like is it all just sort of not spontaneous, but do you have any criteria in terms of like collaborations, like because
I don't like collaborating too much. I think it waters it down, and I've been one of the most vocal people about. I don't even like referring to Irish hip hop as a scene, as a thing. Yeah, it's just hip hop, like, and let the media categorize it and call it Irish hip hop. That's what they do to bunch it together and to make it more, you know, boxed off and easy to compartmentalize.
They got rid of that in the UK. The BBC stopped calling UK hip hop. You just call it hip hop now.
It's probably the move.
And there's no homegrown songs. It's just this is the song. Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's the way to do it, and like, you know, it's I don't look at it as, because the thing is, it's like, things can get very sceney. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's a huge point. That's fascinating.
And the thing that pushes the inevitable scene, that like there will be a thing there, a collective there, naturally, when everyone is focusing on their own things individually, and doing collaborations because it's the natural thing to do, because your vibe is on par with another lad or whatever, not just because like, oh, that's in now, I'm going to do that with them, and you know what I mean? Yeah. That's my philosophy on it anyway. Like, again, people have their own way of doing things, but my thing is like, I've been asked by a few people, like, will you do a verse in a song? And if I don't see myself being, if there's no chemistry there, like, and they might be great people and they might even be great musicians, like, but I just feel like if I do something with them, it's not going to click, like, you know what I mean? It's just, but that being said, there's loads that does work with them, you know? But for me, collaboration is like, when I see an album with loads of collabs on it, I'm like, oh, I'm not.
What was we think of that Ed Sheeran album? Yeah. Did you see that? Like, that seemed like a bit of a sort of cash grab to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think he had some deadly features on it. Like, he had Chronics and Coffee.
Oh yeah, like he had good ones, like, for sure.
Eminem 50 and all.
I didn't listen to it now, but it's just like, if it's him singing that, was showing a lot of.
See, all the same though, it just seems like, why is Ed Sheeran doing this? Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, I think he genuinely is a fan.
I think so
of
too,
everyone on it, you know.
Yeah, he's a hip hop head. Down fairness to him, he is. Like, again, each to their own. It wouldn't be my cup of tea at all.
I like some of the stuff. I just don't like the Justin Bieber collabs and all. Like, just, he needs to go away, that fella.
But I mean, it's the age-old thing, isn't it? Like, aren't that super pop is like, as you said, we listen to hip hop not for the Disney stuff, so I certainly don't listen to much pop for it either, because that's where it's all at, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to sell out, Polly. We're gonna have to buy pop.
I'm trying to get the Workmans to sell out, man.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident that.
Yeah, for sure.
See, the problem is with me, like, I'm trying to push the lads to you know, buy pre-booked tickets. And all my crowds, working class crowd, they don't do cards, man. It's all cash. So it's all, fuck that pre-book, I'm probably not getting no card. I'm rocking up in the night and I have my money in my hands, you know? So now I just have to pre-book. It helps.
Time to get a Revolut card.
Yeah.
Trying to get them to get debit cards.
I know, yeah. My sister just got me a Revolut card recently.
Do you know what? If I can get a Leap machine and I can take that money off Dublin bus, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
it's not a bad idea, man.
But no, we've always been like that, and countless promoters have said to, like, and we're doing well with the pre-sales, but like, there's been loads of times where I've had to say to promoters, like, they're like, oh, it's the fucking week before, and I'm like, no, we don't. Lads, they turn up on the night, you know. It's just always been that way. I don't know why. But
But that's the way people are. Sure, if you go into a gig yourself, oftentimes you only know like the week before or something, like, unless it's
I'd be very much a cash on the night person, whereas missus would be like pre-booking everything 6 months in advance and all. I just don't have that control of me, like.
I'd be going into Ticketmaster and physically getting them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think where there was some gig announced that, like, I wanted to go to, but it was so far out. Like, I did it anyway, but I was like, that is just nuts. I nearly want to say it wasn't Post Malone, because I went to see him in the Tree Arena, but he had announced his other gig in the RDS, like, before he'd even played that one, if you know what I mean. So it was a strange one, like, but I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not to worry.
I suppose, are there any, like, sort of, like, going back to sort of the influences, but not as much, like, just in terms of who you are listening to at the moment, and sort of, I guess what's permeating through you guys at the moment.
First, bro.
What am I listening
Any
to?
little favourite albums? Any Chance album? What you reckon?
Nah.
No?
I don't really like Chance.
Fair.
Like, he's...
I didn't get
Colour
it
and Book
either.
is my only one.
I
that
didn't even
like.
get that album.
Fair.
Yeah, it's just
And I don't-
he's a strange act, isn't he? He's a
Yeah. What's that song he has? Oh, I can't even remember.
I feel like I should think he's good because I'm
Yeah,
being
I'm just-
told to think
yeah.
he's good.
Yeah,
but when I listen to it, nothing catches me that I put on repeat. Like,
Do you know what? Who I'm like that with as well? Kendrick. When I put it on, I'm just like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
turn this
That's
off.
interesting. Yeah.
I do think Kendrick is a bit overrated now. And in fairness, like, I support him and I wanted to do well because he's one of the only ones in pop who's politically charged, and he has a bit of fucking edge to him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he has a song with U2. I don't know if that means that.
Yeah, he lost a little bit of credibility there, but but look, like that's the thing, you know. Even with the like, he's a voice that's needed in America. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And he does channel the little Tupac energy, and I pick up on it, but it's just the actual song structure and all. Did
you see the new Glasses Malone video? Tupac Must Die. Where he plays the role of Orlando Anderson traveling from Compton to Vegas to shoot Pac.
Right.
Legit. It's legit. Go check it out.
I heard controversy. People are slating him.
Oh, he's gone mad, corrupt from the dog pound and all. I went in on the phone at him for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. Like, but again, it's, you know, I read a bit of history, like, and all through history, like the sacred cows are toppled by the up and comers, you know. And Tupac is a sacred cow.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? Some people are gonna say, and it happened for a while there, didn't it? All these fucking littles were coming out and saying Tupac was overrated.
Oh yeah,
so
which
probably
one
have little in your name,
yeah.
like, don't even attempt it, you know.
Yeah, you can't slay Tupac like
Who was that?
But
That was Lil Yachty,
it's a
wasn't it?
quick, easy way, and again, this is the way it's gone. It's a quick, easy way for attention, you know, to grab a headline.
Yeah. I think though most of them lads are so leaned out and all, they don't know what they're saying anyway. So
true, yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's the 50 Cent saying? His era went from rapping about selling drugs, and the new era raps about taking
Zans and all
that's
that
it, like,
shit. But who I'm listening to at the moment is Skepta's new album. Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a new one out. Yeah.
No Sleep is just my anthem.
See, hear Kano's new tune.
Deja, is it?
Yeah, classic Deja. Yeah.
I watched that whole video. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of Kano.
Really,
I like some of his stuff, but I'd be more Skepta. Definitely Skepta.
I do love Skepta, but I've always been a Kano guy. Like Home Sweet Home for me is still the best UK. Like I wouldn't even call it grime album because he's always messed around with grime and hip hop as well. But
she had like R&B anthems and that with Craig David, and you know, so Kano like. When Skepta, who was it when they dropped the album? Skepta dropped Konnichiwa, and Kano dropped what was his last album? Forget the name of it. And
I know the one you're talking about.
I can't remember the name, but
well, that says it all, doesn't
Skepta's for me, he's been killing it. Yeah. And his new album, like, it's so relatable for me as well. He talks about having his first kid, like we had a child around the same time, and I just love listening to Skepta. It's about
he's quality, man. It's just his whole art and all, you know, his whole little buzz on the tracks, like and he's from the old school grime generation. Like, we grew up with Channel U, you know,
and that wasn't even rated back.
Do you remember Channel U?
No.
See, we're really old. Fuck, we used to live. That was like, so. This is even before the internet. Like, I can't believe I'm explaining to someone.
No, like,
this is
you never heard of it?
No.
So Channel U was like, we had the Skybox, which was early internet, right? Yeah. And Channel U was a channel in the music channels that was just all street UK music. And it was that was where you got all the new UK acts coming up. It was
you used to text in to get the song and all that. You could text in though. It was only UK or something.
No, they allowed.
Oh, did they?
Remember a while, because there was lads trying to get videos and all on it. Just towards the end of it, just before it became AK, and then went bust. But
YouTube came on the same.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Fucking hell, I'm really old.
But like, I don't know, like, cause going back to what we were saying before we started recording and stuff, like, so I've basically been doing this for about a year, and I've been like just throwing myself into Irish hip hop and hip hop in general. Obviously, I've been listening to it, but there's stuff like that you know I wouldn't have been privy to, but like I nearly kicked myself that I don't know it, if you know what I mean, because it feels
you're only 20,
like, yeah.
Well, how, like, I mean, look, that's, you don't have to.
You know,
I mean, this
somewhere, man.
Yeah,
I was 20 when I
this is it.
first got
But that's
professionally
like
into
it's the same with me. Joe, I only got back listening to what's his fucking name again? Is it Cooley D?
Cooley D.
Is it Cooley D?
Schooly D.
Schooly D.
From
Schooly D. Yeah,
The old 80s
Yeah,
type
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, he
I'm
was
only back
quite
listening to
near.
him because I was watching King of New York the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this 80s synthy hip hop shit, the way they have it laid out in the film is quality.
Yeah.
Schooly D, sorry.
Yeah,
and then I
Schooly
started
D,
watching Schooly D videos, but that was like our equivalent. We come up with Nas and Biggie and all that, and we just missed out on the Slick Ricks and the Cool Keats and the Cooley D's. So I'm going back listening to Schooly D now because that mad 80s synth little hardcore vibe he had going is fucking quality.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's the
regarded
perfect score by King of New York as well.
Regarded as one of the best hip hop songs ever made.
Yeah,
For
and
that
that's why. So that's like we're in the same. There's always predecessors that none of us are aware of.
That's
you know what I mean.
Our mortality.
So don't feel too guilty about missing out on your channel new days.
Yeah, if you want to know what, and just give us a shout.
Yeah. An encyclopedia.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, this is it. Like, and that's probably one of the most rewarding parts of this whole podcast thing. It's sort of capturing that like moment in time. Do you know what I mean? That's
So what you're saying is having young people on it and us old people.
No, not at all. Not at all.
People
But,
keep
like,
calling me young OG. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I just call OG and Pioneer. Like I remember at the start, I think the first people who said it.
No, actually, people are calling me the OG.
The OG.
I meet people in like Starbucks. And I'm okay, the OG, man.
Yeah, there's no young.
I'm 35. Like, is it when you get
That's
to 40?
all in hip hop years, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like John
Hip-hop
Connor. John Connors always says to me, "Traveller years are now are very different to settled people years." And I'm saying hip hop years are different again.
Yeah,
like we're very very old.
So I'm officially an OG because I'm 35.
Yeah, like I'm.
Feck off with you.
I'm pushing now because I'm 30. Yeah,
but like I reckon that's because
but you're the DJ. You've longevity as a DJ. I rap, bro.
Nah,
you know what I mean? There's longevity. You could DJ till you're 60 and no one will say yeah.
I actually don't really want to DJ till I'm 60.
I'm gonna I had two choices: either bow out like gracefully like John Terry in his last season at Chelsea, or I fucking wrap myself into obscurity. I'm not doing the
go for the ladder, man. Nah, you should go for the ladder, definitely.
More cash in a second, like.
I don't know. About that.
No, but
to get MCD to book me for a few shows first.
That's it.
Is there anything you want to know from the old school when you were like 4?
I'm gonna
me personally,
yeah.
Or you? Because this is it. Like, no, it's basically where I was going to take that. Actually, sorry, my mind just sort of blanked for a minute.
Place.
I do indeed somewhere. Yeah. Basically, I think the beauty and the drawback of hip hop obviously is that it is so accessible in a way. So I guess you do have a lot of young lads who are probably, even younger than me, like 16, 17, 18, 19, jumping on tracks, making tracks. So I guess maybe that's why there's, those lads then become popular, and that's why there's, as you say, hip hop years are different. But I don't know.
And look, I remember being there. The only thing I'd say is, and I'm noticing it with a lot of the younger lads, is there's like such a rush to get out there and do it.
But this is it, yeah.
I was just trying the car. There's such a rush to get the stuff out, but there's like no. And in fairness, it was again. If I allow myself a second compliment today, this is a rare thing for me. I had the patience to not release me early shit, and I'm glad I did. I even look back at the first album and go, "Oh, it wasn't ready yet." But if Mo says it impacted him like that, well then at least I know, okay, maybe I can overlook that, and I was ready in a way. But a lot of
or more ready than you would have been at least.
Yeah, and a lot of the younger lads, because again, it's like it's a different culture too, though. We were doing it for each other back then because it wasn't like there wasn't really a fan base. Most of the lads used to come in to Radio City to see air gigs, where other lads who were doing the show as well and their mates. So it was just like you were doing it because you wanted to be a better MC and get a few props off the few people that come in. Whereas now it's like people are, especially the younger guys, are looking at, there's so many likes that person got when he threw up a freestyle video. I'll do that. And then the stuff is there, you know what I mean? It's always going to be, once you release something, it's always floating around. So
DJing as well has gone to the dogs. Like, there's people out there calling themselves DJs that couldn't mix eggs or cement. You know what I mean? Like, it's
that's
fucking,
true. Yeah, it's
just playing songs like it's joke.
iTunes wedding jobs.
I think the art of it is gone.
And again, that's what it boils down to. It's like, what are you in this for? You're in it because you want to actually craft something, you know, you want to put time and effort into the craft, or you're just in it for attention. Because it's one of the things Dean Scurry always said, if you just want attention, there's a million ways you can go out and get attention very quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But there's no viable end to it. Like, you know, there's no continuity to it. You gain nothing from it. You know, if all you want is attention. And that's the whole concept. And a little plug, Ryan Holiday's book Perennial Seller is all about that. If you're like a young up and comer and you're kind of going, I don't really know what the fuck I want to do here, read that. And one of the examples he gives is Iron Maiden. I'm nearly sure it's Iron Maiden, but they've never had a hit song ever. Never had a hit song. Never one that was even in
the true
top 10 in any country. And they've been around, they've toured every country. They have their own, one of the members took a breakout from down Iron Maiden to teach himself how to fly, and he flies their jumbo jet around the world with the boys and all the gear on it. Like,
sounds like, what's his name, Tech Nine?
Yeah, he does.
He met an Irish millionaire or billionaire, and he just gave him a warehouse and said, work away. He makes all his money through just his merch and his touring. Very rarely charts ever. Like, you know?
And again, perennial. It's like, do you want to be here for a long time and actually have something to look back on? Even if it is on, like, at the end of the day, it's probably not money in it, but I look back and I say, well, at least I have a bit of a legacy there, you know, and I have, for whatever it's worth, a few albums, and that was all I wanted, you know. Or do you want to be vying for attention and constantly fucking scrambling in the crabs of bucket, or in the book of the crabs that world is, you know what I mean? And I as I say, I flirted with it myself. There was times where I felt I might have had to do one thing or another, but I'm just fucking happy enough to do tunes now and add another one to the list. And if that's all that happens, so be it, you know.
Your discography.
My discography. And Costello loves that. Like we always chat.
I can't.
Costello loves his discography. You know, he's all their albums. Like he has. I was trying to do the gig on Friday, and I was like, I haven't sourced that instrumental in about 5 years. I don't know where the fuck it is. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get. I don't know how I'm gonna get this. And then I was like, I'm gonna do an Action Bronson and just play the song and rap over the song. And then Jim was like, Polly, with all your albums there in the hard drive. He's like, all the stems and all. All the stems. I was like, man,
that's it.
Jim doesn't fuck around, and he has a collection of all the Irish albums, like, in his gaff, and I'm like, that's what it was about, and that's what we collected albums. You know what I mean? So and anyway, don't listen to us old heads talking.
Like, no, it's just mental, because I suppose, like, you touch on a little bit there, but, like, I suppose just to formally sort of go at it, sort of what advice or what's your maybe biggest critique of the up and coming lads kind of starting now or thinking of getting started, or, you know, anything like that, anything that maybe both of you would advise? Because obviously,
well, you see, the thing is, it's hard to say something, because I remember when I was that age and people were trying to give me advice, I was like, fuck off. So you kind of know yourself what you want to do. As I say, ask yourself the question, why are you doing it? You know what I mean? Are you doing it because, like, people want the fruits before doing the labour? That's one thing I'm noticing. And that's, you know, McGregor has a lot to answer for as well, because he just changed the mind state of a lot of young men in Ireland, because they want to go around and put on the bravado and put on the arrogance, and they've done fuck all to do it. I mean, like, whatever you think of Conor, like, you know, whether you're a fan of him or not, it's irrelevant. He's worked to put himself in a position where people even taking influence from him. Do you know what I mean? And then you see a lad and he's like adopting the McGregor mentality, and it happens in music a bit as well. You know, you see lads coming in with a bit of arrogance, and it's like, mate, you haven't earned that, you know what I mean? You can't do that and you haven't earned it, because even you think it's hollow. It's all based on an insecurity, because you know you haven't earned it. So it's just, ask yourself what you want to do it for, you know? If you're passionate about music, it doesn't matter what anyone tells you, you're going to fucking do it, you know? And as I say, if you're in it for the attention, there's things you can do that.
Well, everyone's in it for the attention these days, isn't it? For the, like, even Instagram now have stopped putting up likes and
which is
shit like
fucking
that.
great, man.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
I was
good.
going to say, I want to bring that up for a minute.
Yeah, so that's good. I mean, but still, people are gonna flex for the gram and do all that, you know, and pretend to be something they're not. So fuck, I'll just.
I mean, we all curate our
yeah.
best bits on Instagram. We all do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
nobody wants to, and especially you're put under social pressure. Then if so and so who's in the same game as you, let's say a DJ Comey, right, and he's in the same game as you, and he's throwing up, he's doing this gig, he's doing that gig, he's doing that, you'll feel obliged, even if you don't want to, even if you're like you're independent, you're secure in your own in your own career and that, but you're still gonna feel a little pull, just going, I should probably throw up. I've had a few family photos. I'll probably throw up a. Well, you're at the stage, and me too. I used to, and I'm at the stage now where I'm kind of like,
I don't give a fuck.
But I'm only at that stage recently. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like I went, as I say, I flirted with that, and I went through the phase where I thought I had to.
Man, does.
And then it just gets to the stage where it's like, you know, you go onto some lad's Instagram and everything is curated and everything is like has a little caption on it, and it's like I'm throwing up a picture of one of the lads pissed drunk at a gaff party, and I don't like, it's, you know what I mean, it's like I'm too old to be fucking okay, I'm not too old, I'm too in my prime to be I'm too in my prime to be curating my life, because like, you know, but it is a bold move on their behalf. Like,
I'm glad they did it. Like, I hope sort of more.
Yeah, because I think one of the things, and things are going so, to veer it off for a minute, things are going so digital, you know what I mean? Like everything is online now. Even all the new companies opening up, you don't really know even what they fucking do, but they have a server and a few hard drives and they're employing 200 people. I'm sure it's a bit more complicated than that. I didn't do computer science, but it's all online, and it's like, okay, are you just doing it? Are you setting up these companies just to make money and get in and get out, or do you actually, is there a, you know, do you have values and principles attached to these things? And I think it's a bold move by them. It's them going, no, I don't know, are they owned by Facebook?
Yeah,
I think so.
So well, there's only so far the morals can go then, isn't there? But
Sure.
But anyway, it'll stop a few of the flexers.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, for sure.
But will it though? Because they can still see how many likes they get. And then what's going to happen is they're going to like
share the likes,
screenshot it and put it up.
That's going to create a weird, like,
something's going to happen.
Someone's going to get photoshopping them likes.
Heard it here first person to share that like count is an absolute dickhead.
I
know a couple of dickheads that will probably do that, to be totally honest. But look,
we're going to do it to
can that be like the hashtag challenge, like the first dickhead challenge? Like?
Yeah, we'll put that out there.
If anyone does it, just hit them.
Someone's going to do it for us. Everything has to be forced to do.
But they have to come up with a clever reason why, like, it'll just happen to be in the screenshot, you know what I mean? It'll be like, they'll think of a reason why.
I don't think it will. I don't think it'll go that way. I think it's just going to be like, people are going to get pissed off and probably move on. That's the sad truth, because it's like, and in fairness now, I'll be totally honest with you, I'm finding it hard to evaluate photos now that the like count is gone, because there's a part of me going, is it a popular, like if someone, let's say a rapper throws out like, I think I seen Drake share the thing in a fucking care package.
I think he dropped it,
and the thing had like 500,000 likes, and straight away you're going, you can kind of evaluate the project and what it is. Like, I kind of thought it was a new album from the amount of likes it got, and then it was like, oh no, it's like his older stuff. So you know, there is a story to the likes as well. I don't know if it's a good story necessarily, and it's good that story's gone, because you make up your own mind now. Whereas before, and then you'd wonder how many, you know, likes are manufactured as well.
Of course, J. Cole said it on that. That, didn't he? Yeah, he was like, I don't know, what was it, middle shot?
A lot, I think.
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
Faking your streams,
and faking. It's easily done, but
Well, the only thing I notice is with streams, when they're fake, the comments don't add up. It's like 300,000 streams and 2 comments.
Oh yeah, that was like when lads were paying for YouTube views, and they were getting like 500,000 and like
crazy views, like.
But it has a knock-on effect, because, like, you know, all their videos they're like racking up 250,000 views and all now at this stage, just because they're up so long as well. But the mad thing about those views is you see it, because when I throw on a gig, like,
this is it.
We don't be going around selling places out. I haven't yet anyway, not to say it won't happen, tip wood. As I say, we're here to push this one on Friday, but there's always a viable fan base there, you know. There's never less than 150 people, like, so.
Yeah,
you need more, bro.
That means I'm
not willing to do what it takes to get more.
And that's basically it as well. Because from my point of view, then it's like when I'm talking to lads and they might message me and they're like, "I want to come on the podcast," or something, and it's like I look to how many gigs they're playing or where they're playing. And
you count that views, don't you?
You have to.
He does. He counts.
What you mean? No. I mean, I look at the gigs way more than the likes or the followers or anything like that, because
you have to look
half of them are.
But again, it's like what are you pushing? If you're saying you're looking at the gigs, like, and they want to come on and do a podcast, and it's like, well, if you're not gig, what are you pushing? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
What are you
selling?
I've noticed the trend now as well. With it's the in thing to do a podcast. And everyone's putting out a podcast, but there's some content in them podcasts, absolute garbage. Like, it's fucking shite.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it is a saturated market, and like, there's so many great podcasts out there that I want to listen to, and I'm never going to get the time to. But it's just like the thing, you know. It's the latest thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like with me now, I was saying to Jim, like, what I'd love to do is, and this is from a very different perspective, not to do it to just get on and talk shy, which I have no problem doing anyway, but I was thinking of like doing maybe when me and Jim have the albums coming out in and around the same time, maybe doing like a 2 or a 3-part video thing where we're chatting about the albums, you know what I mean?
100%.
Rather than going in and doing it in like it's like it's a podcast equivalent of a mini documentary, essentially, you know, and talking about the tracks, and
people love to see that.
Yeah, and even getting a live thing going on, and you know, getting questions in live or something like that. I don't know, we'll work around it, but like, that's because we have something there that we want to push. It's not just we're selling ourselves and we want to be famous. We have a thing there that we want to share, you know, and that's the problem now. It's like, what are you doing? Because you have a piece of work that you have to put years and years into developing, and you want to share it. That's absolutely allowed. That's what you should be doing. Or are you just sharing it because you want to be on something? And then as I say, if you want to be famous, that's all right. There's no shame in wanting to be famous, but there's a way better ways of doing it than getting into rap, like, really is, you know.
Kim Kardashian made a sex tape of that. Paris Hilton worked for her as well.
Yeah.
Go that route.
You can go to sex tape route. You can throw petrol over yourself and add in CGI flames. You don't even need the lights. You don't even need to go through any pains. Add in CGI flames and just, you know, and the attempts at making viral videos and all that, you know.
I was gonna say,
it's a weird game.
Who are you feeling in the game at the minute in the Irish scene with so many talented MCs?
That was a bit sarcastic. Fucking hell. Like, go on, you get this off your chest.
No, it's you. This is all about you. I'm interested.
It's definitely versatile.
Well, you know, with me, like, look, the working class thing, like G.I., For Real, Costello.
Where the hell is For Real? Is he still making
back writing again? He's back writing again.
Is he going to release something?
Yeah, he's going to release something.
He's on
and Jambo and all the boys, and all those boys are writing away. So, like,
Jambo's still active. You don't think he's ever stopped?
No, never. Like, and the thing is, I like when I'm listening to, like, there's so much there's build up that, like, I mean, it's like fucking Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? There's that much there that I'm still listening to stuff the lads released a couple of years ago. There's just so much material there, and unless something comes onto me radar through a recommendation or whatever, like, I wouldn't even get a chance to listen to anything else. Like, I wouldn't actively. Well, some of the lads go actively listening to stuff and all, and as I say, I get loads of recommendations now, but I haven't really heard. Like, I do. I love Nilo, man. I think fucking Nilo's. He's one of the coolest human beings ever, and his music is vibey, you know.
Doesn't connect with me, man. Not that I've heard.
Really?
It's just not for me. He seems like a nice dude now. I think I met him twice or something, but...
He's a fucking... Like, he's
had to sign him with Diffusion Lab,
so
I'd be interested to see what he does with them.
He's one of them. He's like a genuine human being, like one of the best, and also he's only doing it a while as well. So, like, he is only getting into it as well, you know. But the stuff I've heard, like, I
found it a bit... I don't know, moany or something. Depressing.
So how did you not find my stuff moany and depressing then? Because I actually found it more uplifting than my stuff.
No, I don't know. Maybe I haven't heard that uplifted stuff. But the stuff that I heard was just, I don't know.
I wonder if you heard October Year, because I feel like with the live instruments with Inner Space, I don't know if you heard Just My Luck, maybe?
Yeah.
I would have heard, okay. Fair.
I thought he said my name in that once. You keep saying I'm okay, I'm okay.
That's right.
I'm okay. You were saying I'm okay, but
that's fucking brilliant.
No, I just, like, I don't know. It's not for me, man.
No, that's it. No, everything. Like,
and look, you know, that's one thing I appreciate. I have always appreciated about you is because, like, he came into me last gig and said,
I shouldn't have done that though. I thought about it.
No, listen, Mo, look.
Given the night that was on, I shouldn't have done that.
The lads I grew up with in Cabra, I call them reverse backbiters, right? And like, I go into the pub and they're all slagging the bollocks out of me over something I did, and then when you're not there, they're talking great about you behind your back, and that's what a real person does. You know what I mean? When someone comes up and they start being super nice, I get a little bit edgy. I'm like, what the fuck is this fella looking for? You know? And it is appreciated because it's better to know where you stand with someone, I think.
I wonder if that's a very Irish thing though too, in a sense as well. Like
what?
Like
no, I think it's that now there is a big culture there of, like, there's the other side of that is way more prevalent. You know what I mean? It's like the old thing. What did one of the lads say to me the other day? If there's a few mates and they have a fucking WhatsApp group talking about one of the other lads who isn't in it, they also have a group talking about you. And I wouldn't put it past it. Like, but now that wasn't not in my situation because we rarely do the WhatsApp, in fairness. But it's it's a virtue, to be honest, someone being outspoken. And look, I can take criticism all day.
I think that's what
I find it harder to deal with compliments, to be honest with you, you know.
There's too much niceness in the scene now as well. No one's really critiquing that, and you know what I mean? Or any of the blogs or at an iWatch, it's just like, everything's great. Everything's
being rosy and
there's a lot of shite out there.
You see, the problem now that's at the happening is Irish hip hop is at the crescent. Like, it's almost transcending into pop culture now. You know what I mean? Well, it kind of has though. You know, like, I mean, look at Longitude. Look at Longitude. No one's charting, but if you look at,
they're just reaching out for acts because it's all hip hop now, and they're just putting anyone on. You know what I mean?
But that's still kind of a, you know, like when we were starting out, like, to see an Irish hip hop act that Longitude, like,
it's completely changed. It flipped. And I mean, when did Longitude start becoming hip hop? Like 2 years ago.
Well, they jumped on the way.
4 or 5, I want to say, but pretty recently. Like,
it used to be like the Killers and the inserts. You know,
they had one like with The Weeknd and Tyler the Creator, and I think then after that it went very hip hop.
But it's because the younger crowd coming up, they're all into hip hop and they're just jumping on going. And in fairness, like, a lot of people are slating the Electric Picnic lineup because there's hardly any hip hop on it. And I was going,
like, that's because all the hip hop acts are fucked off. Because don't they take them from Wireless or something? They book them off for Wireless, so they're like, right, we'll just grab all them.
Which is smart, realistically, for them. Like, as a
and it's like, there has to be other, because I don't want to see it getting rinsed either. Do you know what I mean? Like, just, we're in a hip hop wave now, just absolutely rinse it, earn as much money as possible, and then it's gone, and it's back
I hope not, but I have a funny fucking feeling that might happen.
I mean, well, again, it boils down to this: what are we leaving behind? Like, it's cresting at the moment, but are people leaving behind singles that are going to die when? Like, here's the thing I always say: if Spotify gets shut down tomorrow, it goes bust like MySpace did. What do you like? Have you physical albums? Have you albums uploaded on like, you know what I mean? Or if it's just fucking singles on playlists, you're gone then.
Even Wi-Fi in general.
Like, there is still a lot to be said for having a tangible product, you know what I mean?
That's why the vinyl thing is coming back as well, isn't it?
And look, because things are, and again, everything is balanced. Like, the pendulum will always swing one way and then it'll balance itself out. The reaction to, like, music being thrown at you and it all being ephemeral is
some very
people going back to buying vinyl. I read a lot.
I was like, yo, I don't even know what that means.
Here today, gone tomorrow. Here today, gone tomorrow, basically. You pick all these up and downies in Cabra, it's great. All the owl lads were just bopping out fucking Oxford Dictionary chats, But the thing about it is like, you know, the reaction to the ephemerality of music
Do you
today
ever get the poke? This fella's taking the piss now.
is people going buying vinyls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's and it's booming again, which is fucking great.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah.
And
the merch, to a lesser extent as well.
And there is nothing like having a record player and sticking a vinyl on. There's no sound like it. You know what I mean? There's something about the wax, like just to, as I say, just to have a tangible thing. And even the thing, like remember, and again, Jesus Christ, you are probably going to, I can't remember that, and we'll feel in our prime again. But like going back and reading the liner notes of the album, you know what I mean? That was a big thing because it's like you're
a little booklet on the inside.
And you're saying who wrote what, and they'd have the credits and the tunes and
the lyrics,
thank yous, and
and as long as I'm doing music, I will always be pressing albums, and that's what I want to say. Actually, I want to do. I'm gonna do it because like no one has a copy of the first two albums. Like, I'm trying to buy back my first two, like the original press, and no one fucking has them. Like,
pretty sure I have it, man.
The first one and the second one?
Yeah.
Can we set this up?
Was that? Yeah.
Because I'm going to both of them. You did 2 gigs for both. I went to both of them. I remember you had. Remember it was
buy them up, you know.
No,
I just want to have them, like, you know what I mean?
You had I can't remember. Was it a shoe or something?
We did the Magnum Opus special edition runner. Yeah.
No, I definitely have that.
And then someone won the runner, but we never released the album.
Oh yeah. That's what that was. Yeah.
But again, having tangible things that you can hold and own and keep. But one of the things I want to do with this album is get the 3 albums pressed up in like a trilogy pack, you know, because with the purple disc, the gold disc, and the grey disc now. Yeah. But and again, Mo, I actually want to ask our opinion on something. I want to go back because, as I say, they used to call me Metamorpholist on the early album because it was the EQing and all wasn't great. The mixes weren't brilliant, and I think the mic we used at the time probably wasn't the best either. Yeah. But it's very sibilant and it's kind of hard to listen. It grates on the ears a little bit at points. I was thinking of doing an LD50 Redux and going back and re-recording it and remixing it and remastering it.
A lot of people do that. You should.
But, yeah, it would like, and I'm only asking you as someone who enjoyed that album. Yeah, because I'm the type of person that I'll just go back and not think about it and do it. But you might lose
a little bit. You might lose a little bit of that rawness. But I know for a fact that TLC, you know the way they got ripped off with their publishing and all that, and they made no money after they won Grammys and sold millions. They went back and re-recorded Crazy Sexy Cool, same harmony, same vocals, and then so now and anyone that's looking to use TLC's music,
it's theirs.
Yeah, so they get paid for it, you know. So yeah, a lot of people do it, and
I'm thinking of doing a Redux just because the fidelity is. No,
of that.
I leave everything the same, but it'll just be done. And it, well, obviously it's going to be a bit different because I'm a bit older now. But I want to leave everything the same, except record on a better mic and try and capture as much of that. But you know, I was 19 recording in the beginning. Like it's not going to sound the same now.
I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, how would if Nas went back and redid Illmatic because he wasn't happy with some of the snares or some of his vocals? I don't think people would be that mad on it now that I'm just really
I feel like the vocals are probably more important than the other things, but you said Jim has the stems from
he's all the raw files,
yeah, so I'd say like the stuff you can do with like vocals nowadays that are low fidelity,
that's a good idea actually, just getting
find a good mixing engineer, they'd be able to do quality stuff.
That's
you look like you'd be able to do it now, but
You're
doing a bit of audio mixing. We'll box that up. We're doing a video, and he's gonna mix it. He's gonna mix the all lovely stuff.
Well, sorted,
yeah.
No, that's a good idea because I was like debating whether to go back and out, and I was like, I kind of don't want to lose but also,
is it online the album?
I'm putting it back. I'm putting the whole catalogue up, the whole LD catalogue, 1988, and the first 2 up just before the new one goes out.
Oh, deadly! That's dope.
That's gonna be real sick.
But that's the thing. It's like when you listen to like there's such a difference in fidelity between the first one and the recent stuff. It's like it's tough, but yeah, maybe it's better just being the way it is then.
By the way, lads, if you have to dip, because I know one of you have to go.
I'm good for.
Are you good for a little bit?
Half an hour, yeah.
Cool, because fuck it.
It's going to be a 2-hour
We'll keep it
podcast.
rolling, but like we'll just.
But you know what to do? Do you know what to do? Edit out the little knocks, and that'll cut 10-15 minutes off it,
That's
and then
it.
we'll be on a normal.
That's
you
it.
know what I mean?
I think you should throw some names at us.
I use.
Yeah, hip hop.
And get your opinions on them.
Yeah,
That's
Irish
a good
or
shout.
just international? Like,
Irish, I reckon.
bit of both.
Irish,
Bit of
international.
both.
Try and keep it Irish or whatever. I'd say.
Yeah, so I suppose let me think of some. Have you come across Alex Goff ever?
No,
I've heard the name, yeah.
Okay.
These are all names like that I've definitely seen on the internet and all that, yeah. Like I'll tell you, I'll throw out some of the names back at you that I've seen.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be too familiar with the stuff, but it definitely come across like Marcus Woods. That guy there. Burner Records, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who else is JLOL?
Yeah. What do you think of JLOL?
I haven't. I've only come across like did I hear?
I think he has some serious potential. I
saw a tiny little snippet, so I couldn't. But the flow was on point anyway.
He came in and blew everyone away in the cypher on my show, and he was like, "Mo, don't get scared, cause the instrumental is gonna run out. I'm gonna keep rapping, so don't get scared." I was like, "I'm not gonna get scared," but he was deadly.
That's something an old school MC. Fuck the instrument. We're going a cappella.
I like his new one as well.
Tech Time.
Yeah. I just don't know who he has that international appeal, you know what I mean? So
I think he's great, but it's, I don't know. I'd like to just hear more from him, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
keep hearing more.
He's making some serious shit, but with him, I don't know. I'm the same with Jafaris. I'm kind of like,
and I've kind of heard that Jafaris is like, there's no doubt he's an incredible artist. Like,
yeah, absolutely,
and the fusion as well, like. Just props to them and
like all solid stuff is solid. Like it's solid R&B.
There is a bit like you hear the accent, you know what I mean? It's kind of American sometimes and stuff like that.
And I think they do that to have that international appeal rather than focusing on.
And I think that and fair enough, like
because I know,
but I don't like. Have you? Again, I wouldn't chat to people. My own thing,
I did all the story of hip hop shows with Jafaris and stuff. Really good dude, and the album that he put out was solid. But I'm just kind of
great artist, definitely.
I liked his went to see him live in the Button Factory, and I liked his attention to detail. He had a lot of like just interesting stuff throughout the set. Like, do you know what I mean? He had a bit of acting almost and stuff. It was interesting.
He was in Sing Street and that, wasn't he?
But he's kind of like when I listened to the album and like this, I was just like it's like listening to Kendrick Lamar.
Where's that flash?
Jafaris Lamar, you know what I mean? Like he's, I don't know what lane he's in. I've talked to him about this before as well.
You did, I think we mentioned that on the last episode of the only last episode of the Sold Out podcast, unfortunately.
But I mean, I like what he's doing. But
what about Kneecap?
I just did a gig with them.
Really,
Body and Soul. I was on before.
They did Northern Irish lads.
Man, they tore up Longitude. It was fucking
man, you
nuts.
want to see them at Body and Soul? Some mad cunt came out with a balaclava on.
Nuts.
And just the place went insane.
Nuts.
It was like, this is fucking crazy.
Nuts, like.
Fair play to them, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's always been, from the time I started out, there's always been a thing of comedic rap, you know what I mean? It's always been it's more accepted than serious stuff.
We talk about First Time.
Yeah.
All right. Talk about First Time. Okay.
Are they, I don't know, I can't with them, are they comedic rap? Like, are they really posh dudes from D4?
So this is it. This is what we were trying to get to the bottom of on the last episode, is really trying to figure out.
Like, I don't know the whole thing, but I met one of them and he seemed like a proper townie. Like, he had me fucking filled anyway.
But they haven't been. I thought they were from Ringsend, where they're repping. So but everyone's saying they're not, and all, and they're private skill and all this shit.
One of them definitely went to a private school.
There was a page, there was a screenshot going around Twitter of a page. From, I don't know what it was.
I mean, look, if you're educated and like, because the thing is, like, you kind of, if you're coming fresh out of a disadvantaged, you know, working class area, and you don't know any better, and you haven't had a proper education and all that, you're kind of going, like, you should know better, but you know what I mean? You'd probably get more of a pass for it, but if you're fucking educated and doing that shit, you know, and the other thing is, like, and
they're sort of like, if I'm right, sort of past the age as well, where you really should like sort of be aware, like, you'd understand if they wrote that when they were like a lot younger.
We're talking about the comments of
the Dublin City G's, like that.
Yeah, I was when I seen that first.
Is that the racist thing? Is that the?
Yeah, I can get the lyrics here. I don't know if we say them or whatever, but like just so you can read them, I suppose.
I've seen them.
I've
heard of what they are, definitely. Anyway,
you heard of what?
Yeah, you know the vibe anyway.
The lyrics, like the controversy.
Yeah.
And like, look, if a lot of
what does Rick Ross call white girls? Snow bunnies.
Yeah, this is something do you still have that article? Because there was all sorts of lyrics from Kanye, from Rick Ross, from about white girls, which is basically the reverse. But I still think there's the white lads can't really be saying it the other way around.
And that's what I initially thought when I first seen it. I was like, man, you could have left that out because this is Ireland and people are gonna get real.
It's just. It
was like you could have made Dublin City G's and left that out.
Yep.
But like to me, they seem like just mad cunts.
Yeah,
because they got a black girl in and they were smacking her ass and stuff. So I just think they're mad bastards and they don't give a shit. They haven't even apologized yet.
Yeah, that's it. They definitely don't give a shit. Like
if they haven't apologized, then they don't give two fucks.
But this is where basically that's where we kind of took the conversation last week. Was like, is that an act or do they care? Probably not. You know what I mean?
Well, they've sold out the fucking tree.
So they probably don't. I
wouldn't imagine they give a fuck. If they haven't responded or the team haven't.
The only thing is the Streisand effect. You know what I mean? Once that shit works.
Measure it in inches. Like
Barbara Streisand tried to get a photo of her gaff taken off the internet and there was a big controversy over it and then more people seeing her gaff because of that.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
So
that's what Betta was saying.
I have a selfless answer and a selfish answer. The selfless answer is, look, if a lot of young Irish minorities are saying something in their droves, fucking listen, like take it on the chin, you know what I mean? Own it, like at least consider it, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can still fucking think whatever you think after, but I have a rule, like, and again, this is the problem with today's age, I have my own way of operating, my own philosophies and stuff like that. Like, if one person says something to me and I don't agree with it, I ignore it. Second person says it, I ignore it. If three people tell me the same thing, I consider it. But again, I can't expect other people to live up to my standards. I am who I am. They are. I don't know them.
Didn't Eminem say something about black girls before?
I know. I'm pretty sure Action Bronson said something about the dick thing. Like, I'm pretty sure he said something about the dick thing, but it's like you don't, you know what I mean?
But even when I heard them saying that, like, about, like black women or whatever, and then like the way he followed it up, like they're used to bigger dicks and I've got a small.
Yeah, it's obviously very.
It was
like,
definitely
hyperbolic.
premeditated. Like if I say this, then I'm saying this so I can't get in trouble. So those lines. Do you know what as well? What's his name? Afro Man. Do you remember him?
Yeah,
he was highly educated, making conscious hip hop for years.
And then he made Because Then I Got High.
He dumbed it down to Because I Got High because he said, right, well, this shit isn't working. Let me just try this.
Yeah.
And then he made Because I Got High and Crazy Rap. Sold millions.
Lowest common denominator.
And then B, the selfish answer I was going to get back to is, they're selling out the 3 Arena. I'm trying to sell me little 250 capacity yoke and the workman's out and they don't need me giving them any more of their time and my little slots that I'm lucky enough to have from the likes of yourselves, so that's my selfish answer.
That's it.
Yeah. 2 Chainz had a massive high IQ and he just dumbed it down.
That's true. That's very true.
So
yeah, there's definitely
dumb it down, Paul.
I mean, realistically.
Yeah, but again, if that's what you want, you know what I mean? Here's my issue with that, right? But
can we get some trap?
Here's my issue with that. Even when we were doing, because I'll be honest with you, we've had a few pop songs there in the canon that I didn't release, you know what I mean? Like there was a very poppy one with Paddy Casey. And it's like, but right, we throw it out and let's say it does do well and you know what I mean? I don't want to be performing that fucking song for the rest of my days. I really can't do it. You know what I mean? I find it even hard to perform some of the tracks that I enjoy because I perform them so much. I'd get a pain in me hole doing them tunes over and over again. Really, like. You know what I mean?
I do. I definitely.
Ones you don't like from the beginning,
Yeah, because it's like, if you're on stage and it's all an act and it's like you're going to work and all that, because you're on stage doing a fucking act. I get on and
would you do it though? Like if you were popping to the stage where, you know what I mean, you were doing arenas and you're like, I have to do the song, but you're making like, 500 grand a night or whatever. I think you'd do it.
No, because it's like, there's loads of ways of making money. It's like we said earlier, there's loads of ways of getting attention. There's loads of ways of making big money. To be honest, go back to,
No, I'm just saying, if you did that song and it did fucking way more than you expected, and you're like, right.
No, because then people, you're just gonna have to do that fucking tune. You're gonna be like Coolio gigging at 50 years of
At
age
the right venue
now, and
He's
people
57.
are going, and he's 57 and he's doing the tunes, and people are going, do the one, and then he does it, and they're like, do it again.
I never knew that was a Stevie Wonder song.
Gangsta's Paradise.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
it's a Stevie Wonder song. The whole thing is ripped from Stevie Wonder.
Sample, like what?
Everything from it, to the melodies, everything. Apart from Coolio's rap.
What's the name of the tune?
It's something Paradise, Stevie Wonder. You'd
That's
be amazed. You listen to it.
There was me thinking I was in tune with Stevie Wonder.
No.
I never heard.
Who's your
that
man's
song.
name?
You know the
LV?
way, like, even when you're digging, you come across samples, like, you always come across, and you go, oh, that's like Mobb Deep sample that he used.
Yeah, I know.
And how the fuck did I never come across that with Stevie? Like, is it obscure? Like,
No, you just go listen to a Stevie Wonder, put in Stevie Wonder
Yeah,
Paradise,
you'll find it.
start to finish, and you're like, fuck me, Coolio was not that talented.
That's
you
nuts.
know, and Diddy did that as well. P. Diddy, he was a fucker for that. Like, he just used to
He
lift
rinsed
songs. Like,
everything, yeah.
just take that David Bowie
Although
tune
he's
and
smart at
loop the
making
first
cash.
30 seconds of it and get the boys rapping on it, you know?
Ice Cubes, It Was a Good Day, it was the Isley Brothers. Dre, all of his stuff was funkadelic. But sure, look, we'll be here all day talking about that.
Yeah, but Dre's stuff, he like
Genius
brought
way
in,
found
yeah,
it, yeah.
and
Adding the synths. And,
yeah, exactly, and the G, like the whole G funk thing was is very different to funk.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we were only
Can't fuck with
listening to what was it we were chatting about the other day online? That
Oh, Dog Pound.
Dog Pound. Now.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't like the dream about Night Dog and all that. Yeah.
But you know what's Gareth? I was only listening to one of the tunes on that Let's Play House.
Yeah.
And then I realised that was the YG tune that they sampled that. You know the YG?
Boy G sample.
What's the Y? Yeah, YG and DJ Mustard. What was the name of the tune?
I can't remember now.
It's the exact same. They literally ripped the whole sample.
But yeah, that's
Well, it wasn't. They were paying homage. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like we did with Tour Day Until Infinity to Souls of Mischief type of job.
Yeah, we got any more names? Orange, want to throw any names?
Tibby Rex, maybe.
brutal.
Go Steph. Fair.
Sure, though. Seriously, have you heard them?
No, I haven't. I've again, like I was saying earlier, I've seen the name, but I haven't heard them. Like, but you'd hear way more people than me.
Well, I'm in
when I was
radio. I
looking
have
for
to
the
deal
show,
with it.
yeah.
Like I've got like 5 shows a week, so like
I get to hit the skip button if I don't like.
No, I don't really do that.
Where,
Like,
where are they shy?
I just doesn't appeal to me. I don't get it at
that's
all.
fair.
The whole fake American accent thing, and
Yeah. See, that's it. That's the problem, isn't it? It's like we're going, like.
I just don't.
My thing is like when you hear, because in fairness, like you hear a lot of 4th, 2nd generation Irish, and they don't have a normal Dublin or Irish accent.
Oh yeah,
anyway.
it's mixed. Yeah,
And that's deadly. Like that's cool.
it's
It's its own fucking.
the same with the UK accent mixed with the, like the Caribbean,
like the UK
Jamaican
slang
accent.
and all is totally influenced by the Caribbean. We need that here.
Like the
you know what
Dublin
I mean?
accent is going to become, I'd say, half Dublin, half Nigerian, maybe,
Yeah.
or South African, something along
There'll
that.
be influences, definitely.
Yeah.
And it'll be cool. Like even when we were in Tesco earlier, there was a lad there, and he's the boy. He went the flip side of it. He was like, "All right, bro, story, bud."
The bloke that served you. We know him. His name's BJ.
He's fucking dead.
That's his name, BJ. And he used to be, I'm not messing, his DJ name used to be DJ BJ. Joking.
He was just, but see the way he was just like, "Oh, story, bro. What's the crack, bud?
That's
All
the way
right?"
he talks. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He used to be a hip hop DJ. And
That's deadly, and he's just pure like Dublin with it. You know what I mean? And I was like, that's fucking cool. So like we influence each other, and it's a beautiful thing. But I think when we have our own culture popping here, that we don't need UK slang. We don't need American accents.
Yeah.
I want to hear Nigerian accents on a track. I want to hear fucking Dublin accents on a track. I want to hear Indian accents on a track. You know what I mean? Why bland it all out and go American with it? But I do get what you're saying earlier about you know, they're making it more accessible. And in fairness, like it has worked, because you look at Reggie talks in a Dublin accent, raps in an American accent, and his videos have millions and millions of views, you know? So again, if that's what you want to do it for, that's the way to do it. But I just think, and I've always had this argument, even...
But he got a load of backlash over that from like myself and a few others.
From where? Like,
well, I criticise him about it as well, but again, here's the thing.
Then he just goes and does a video on fucking Darndale. I'm like, bro,
definitely it was. Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? You're trying to like, make up for,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You don't.
But it was still with an American accent. But when he used his own accent, it was fucking. It sounded sweet. To me, it's just a cop out. It's like Dublin isn't a thing that's in now, so I'm just gonna cop out and go here. But yeah, listen to Drake. He's like putting on a fucking fake UK accent because they influenced him, because they just went their own way. And we'll never be influencers and leaders if we're always gonna be following other people. You know what I mean? And as I say, it doesn't mean you have to have my fucking working class Dublin accent. Not everyone has that. You don't have to put that on either. But just be the accent you have that you grew up with. Put that in a track. I want to hear that. I fucking listening to American accents all my life. I don't need any more.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And they do it better than you do because they actually have it. You know. But the thing I'd be interested to know, right? If you're from the UK, right? Because I know there's a lot of lads not really putting on UK accents, but using slang. If you're from the UK, but it could be wrong. Maybe there is. And a lad, like, let's say we'll flip it the other way around. Let's say I'm in Dublin and a lad from the UK comes over and starts going,
oh right,
Al Straight Pod, Red Hot, and I'm going, right, if he hadn't heard me, you know what I mean, and he wasn't just making a reference, if that was like he was speaking, I'd be like, what the fuck kind of insecurities going on with this dude from the sound? You know what I mean? If they start using your slang and putting on kind of half an Irish accent, you'd be like, are you from Ireland? Did you grow up here? And then he'd be like, no, I'm from London. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
It's kind of like the thing where, like, would Stormzy and Skepta be as successful if they were using American accents?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
So
they're pioneers.
The same rule applies here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But again, and someone else said to me as well, and it's a fair point, I can't remember who, because I really want to credit them, but they said, because it's like a lot of the guys getting into rapping over here, they're like first, second generation immigrants, like, so they don't really know their identity yet. They don't really relate to Dublin as much as or Ireland, as much as
true,
other people, you know, because they haven't, like, as I say, they're still figuring it out, and they might have grown up listening to UK and US more. That's totally understandable as well. But I'd like to see in the future, as time goes on, like we you know, we make our own fucking scene. And here's the beauty of it, like when you add in, because look at the way we punch above our weight with literature and with all other types of music.
For sure.
We'll do hip hop better than anyone.
100%, yeah.
For sure.
I mean,
this
is one kid that I really like. There's no Danya.
Danya, no.
Yeah, he has a song.
I'll check him out.
He has a song called Paro when he released a new project.
Do you have the video up? And it's like a few of them, like, there's a group of them in the...
I didn't have a video up anywhere, but did they have a video out? He has a video called Paro.
I did see a video, and it's like him and a few of his mates, like, I did see that, and he's like using his, it's proper own accent, like, and as I say, it's like a kind of a mixed Dublin. You know, there's other influences there, and it's quality.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. Yeah.
And again, it's just because it's so unique.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's its own thing.
Yeah, and he just released a new project called Sonic Gold. Have you heard that?
No, like, honestly, I've checked him out.
He has this tune, he's singing on it as well, and he's rapping.
That's sick. That's what you want.
They doubted me or something. Sonic Gold, Daniel is fucking awesome. And another dude I'm really feeling at the minute, Dubzino. I think
I saw him at Flame, actually.
I think he could really fucking be a big problem in the scene. Definitely. Some of the stuff he's putting out is quality. Do you know his stuff?
No.
How do you spell that?
Never heard of him?
No. Again, it's the same as I say with the lads. I've seen the name popping up.
No, he's releasing some solid shit.
Danya or Daya?
Dania. I think he's down with Versatile and all them. I know he goes on tour with them and shit. Yeah.
Right. Well, Costello was doing stuff with them, with the lads as well now, but I don't know.
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this single, IBAN. I've seen this floating around. All right. That's one of his, apparently. Sonic Gold,
Sonic Gold, check that out, and check out check out Paro as well.
That video was deadly, and again, I like. Where did he shoot the video?
Who?
It's the
Danya.
Yeah,
I think he's from Whitechurch or something.
Yeah,
somewhere out there.
It's a weird, like, I couldn't quite put me
Whitechurch is
home on the location.
I think it's fucking, is it like Rafarnham or somewhere like that?
Yeah. But it's
dope.
Yeah, it's its own vibe, and it's a. Like, there's a name. Where is he? You know where his heritage is?
Pretty sure it's Nigerian. I could be wrong, but I think it is
because it's like then it's a Dublin accent. Like, it's a.
He's like, yeah, but
unmistakable Dublin accent, and there's like little hints of a Nigerian accent. Man, that brings me back to a story. I have to tell you this story because this is one of the fucking funniest things you'll ever hear in your life. Right? Abby, DJ Scorpio.
All right, yeah.
My DJ is Nigerian, right? But Abby still has. There's like Dublin inflections in his accent, but he's like,
has been living here long, like, sort of.
He's here go away, but he kind of he maintained his Nigerian accent, but there's Dublin inflections in it, you know, he'll say certain things and he sounds like a dub. But then Linko, he was a mixed race from Ballymun.
Yeah.
And Linko has a pure Dublin accent, you know what I mean? And we were doing a gig in the Button Factory. I'd say it was about 2012. And I was in the passenger, Abby was driving, and we're meeting up at Linko, and I was saying, look, he's just pulling up here. So we had the phone on loudspeaker. And Linko was like, yeah, sound, bro. Yeah, no worries. We'll be there in about 10 minutes, bro. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, just around the corner now. And next thing, Linko pulls around the corner and he's like looking in the car and Abby's like, oh, who the fuck is this? I'm about to jump out of his car. Who the fuck is this? And I was like, Abby, that's Linko. And he's like, oh shit, that's Linko. I was like, yeah. That was fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah, man, you don't expect it sometimes, you know what I mean? It's just
it's rare, like, because like, and even when we were growing up in Cabra, like, there was a few of the boys were mixed race in Cabra, and like for people to hear lads who grew up in an area like that, you know, and again it shows the straight away jump into, even for Abby himself, who is Nigerian, straight away jumping to prejudice and saying no, I hear the Dublin accent, he's got to be white, and then he sees Linko and he's like, what the fuck, who's this coming up to the car, you know? So it's a beautiful thing.
What about I suppose Kojak, obviously doing big things.
Not for me, man.
Really fair.
I like Kojak now. I do.
I just don't want to cut you off. I like what he's doing, and you know, but I don't want to listen to an album complaining about working in a deli. You know what I mean? It's just like go to the pub and me mates will be saying that to me. I don't feel the reason to.
That wasn't that. That wasn't.
No, I know that, but like, what's next? Like, barista nightmares.
Hey, that's my ass. I had the barista credentials.
Did you?
I can do that shit.
No, I like Kojak, but I would not listen to it.
But you see, here's the thing, Mo, and this is where I'll go into contention with you on that, because I'd much rather Kojak, who doesn't claim to be a hard man.
I don't care if he's a hard man.
I know, but doesn't claim to, you know, rap all day. Like, his thing is literally soft boys. And he's like, no, I'm going to rap about everyday shit because that's my life and that's what I'm saying. I appreciate that way more than someone who also lived that life coming out and they're rapping about what I fucking, you know what I mean?
For sure,
and you know, for the fact it's all put on, I much prefer that. But I think you're a little bit the other way. I think you prefer grimy even if they don't have the credentials to be grimy.
No, I just don't relate to, like, I listened to Kojak stuff and I was like, this is just boring the shit.
I know, but what if you relate to it, but it's not
that's
real?
what I'm saying. It's not made for people like me. He's making it for whoever appreciates it. But me, I'm just like, nah, I'm just, there's no two ways about it. I just don't like it.
Yeah. Some people, you know, don't like Jay-Z, so, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not that I don't go for like hard men rappers or whatever. Like,
no, but you like our grimy shit, like you like
of course I like the grimy shit, you know.
But even this, like, sometimes when it mightn't be, the people involved mightn't be actually living that life, but they're just doing it, and it's like, you know, I feel like you'd sort of veer more towards that than someone who doesn't live it but is talking about their actual life.
Oh, you mean somebody faking the funk, like?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't co-sign that.
Yeah, but I think you'd prefer that, even if, like, let's say they were faking the funk a bit, right? Let's say they had an uncle who was locked up 15 years ago and they latch onto that side, right? And they're like, no, we learned to, you know, my uncle and all that. And they build an image on that. I feel like you would big that up more than someone turn around.
I think it boils down
more
to
than someone
like,
turn around going, well, I had an uncle who did that, but I'm not going to rap about that because he didn't really fucking know me uncle because he was locked up most of my life. I was in the deli. I'm not saying that's the thing with Kojak, he had a locked up uncle. This is just strictly theoretical. But
no, I don't think so. I don't think I would. Yeah, no, I don't think I would. I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't do that.
Does your?
Well, you wouldn't know, like, would you? You wouldn't really know if you had the credentials on, but you'd go, oh no, it sounds
something. I think I know where you're going with this, but I'm gonna stay neutral. Where
don't
say nothing.
Where are we going? Come on, spill.
No, I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing. Definitely saying that.
No, genuinely, if I had someone in mind that I was specifically talking about, I'd be totally honest with you now and tell you, I'm not. There is no one in mind, but I just feel like you'd veer more towards I feel that sound and music,
rather
that atmospheric music,
you know, poppy. I suppose. So that's fair.
Yeah.
Now I lived in a quiet estate in Blanche for a fair bit of me life when I was writing LD50 as well. So maybe the person of mine I'm talking about.
No, it's not, definitely not you. But no, but Kojak anyway, it's just not for me. No,
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's
what I'd say to that.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I just like someone being honest about where they're from, even if it isn't an intriguing. Like to me, like part of the thing I realised back writing LD53 is working class stories are the best stories, like because you just get the maddest cunts, you get the maddest situations. Like
you don't get it anywhere else in the world. Like.
No, I tell you a bit. Like even tell you about some of the stories in the pub. Dad used to run O'Neill's on Moore Street, and the fucking characters, like you know what I mean. You had buckets of blood. And I was like, so why was he called Buckets of Blood? He's obviously a mad cunt now because he got the Shy Bear album and he spilled buckets of blood, his own blood.
O'Neill's on Moore Street, that must have been, how long ago was that?
This was like late 80s, like.
Because there's no pubs on Moore Street anymore, is there?
No.
Yeah. It's just
none a good while. And then you had people, you had people like the Iceman, who always had the lenticular picture of the Virgin Mary. And was just a bit tapped, and he'd think someone was staring at him, and he'd start looking at him, and they're saying the Iceman starting to stare at someone.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Iceman.
No, this is Alfie Jones. This is an old Dublin head that used to rock around Dublin back in the day. He had the Stanley in each boot and just used to go and cut people.
Chop in the face.
And then my dad was saying is like, I know I won't get too into stories because you don't know the statutes of limitations isn't up. But just, these characters that were in Dublin back in the day, these absolute lunatics, and the stories, like, you wouldn't believe some of the stuff. Like, it's Scorsese film shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's why he's making a movie here.
Yeah.
So. And
that's, to me, they're the interesting stories. They're the most intriguing stories because it's just like, wherever can go wrong will, and the maddest shit is capable of happening. It's all high tension environments. But at the same time, like that's what intrigues me. That's the type of stuff I gravitate towards. But I appreciate someone who's not from that as well, Because I'd rather hear someone being honest about their life than trying to fake the funk with that. You know what I mean?
There's a few of them, sure. Look,
definitely. There always will be. But yeah, I don't know. All of that kind of goes back to because I was watching as part of my research the Paddy Houlihan podcast, and I fucking loved it. So many fucking real shit in that. But and even it highlighted to me because obviously I live in Blanche, and you were saying you come.
You live in Blanche?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Carpenterstown, if you know it. So
Castlelock,
pretty quiet.
I'm only but that's an age-old thing. It's like, is it Castlelock? Is it?
It is. Yeah, that's it. It's definitely not.
I know a few lads used to rock down there back in the day. And there was people held their own in Carver,
but where is it going with that? Oh yeah, just that, like, man, because I was saying it to someone, a mate of mine that hasn't lived here all their life, and I was just saying how like 20 minutes down the road though, and it's just different stories in every direction. Do you know what I mean? Just because you come from Dublin doesn't mean everyone has the same experience.
Well, look, as I
mean?
said to you, I wasn't joking earlier. I lived in Summerfield, a quiet little estate in Blanche for half my life, and when we moved out of Cabra, and we got way more hassle up there than I ever did in Cabra, because Cabra's very tight knit. Everyone knows each other.
But you have a lot of now with a lot of apartment blocks and stuff, and it's just like nearly anonymous.
Well, with us, it was like the lads from Cardiff and Ladieswell used to come down to try and rob us, because we were like, there's a new estate there, we're going down there to do our robberies, and we were like, we can't be letting that happen. But the mad thing was, and that was where I met Tommy Hand, actually. Tommy Hand used to rock around with the boys who used to come down and try and rob the lads around my area, and I met him through chatting to them when they realised that. So remember Tommy Hand, the first album? Show You How. He was like the only feature on the first album, the only collaboration on it. And there was me thinking you knew my first album.
I don't know the feature though. I just never.
No, there's only one collab on it, and it was Tommy. But Tommy's a great dude, but he's a Cardiff boy, and I met him from hanging around with a group of lads who used to float around their way, robbing other lads from their way.
Always the same. So I'm from Colester, and Donecarney is like literally right there, and there was actually never a rivalry between Donecarney and Colester. We all used to get on, to be honest. Yeah,
Donecarney's very like they have the gaffs like Cabra, don't they?
Yeah, the corporate gaffs.
Yeah. very well built gaffs that have their own gardens that you pay upwards of $500,000 for now.
Yeah.
Sick,
Or
isn't
they
it?
give them to unmarried mothers.
Yeah.
There's a waiting list for them for like 15 years or
Really?
something. Yeah. Fuck. I know someone that got one recently. 3-bed. Killing it.
Shit.
Front, back, side garden.
Nice.
Send me the thing.
That's the thing, man. Like, it's hard. Like, I'm blessed in the situation I'm in with my apartment now. Like, I really am, because we wouldn't get it. Shout out to my landlord in the very, very slight odd chance she might listen in, but she probably will because she's cool.
Yeah.
But the mad thing is, I grew up even in Cabra, like, she had fucking big back
I'm
garden.
just going to run to Lou as well myself.
No, you walk away.
Continue without me, but...
Yeah.
But I had a big back garden, you know what I mean? And going to living in an apartment now, like, because like we're in the address is Finglas, but it's Poppin Street, like it's actually Ballymun, you know. They put, because it's scarce, they have Finglas on the address.
Yeah.
And then I went to get the social a while ago, and it's like, oh no, you're up in Ballymun. It's like, well, fucking put that on the address then. Don't be faking the funk to sell
They
the
do
cash.
that a lot, yeah. They do that a lot. There's like Chineses around Artane and stuff that say they're from Clontarf and all this kind of stuff. Like, you're more near.
Yeah, stretching it, yeah,
you know what I mean?
absolutely rinsing it.
Yeah.
It's Leo Varadkar, like his gaff is actually Blanche.
Yeah,
and
he lives
calls
up by
himself
us.
Castleknock. Yeah.
Well, he is actually, because me and Shane are both from Carpenterstown. Do you know Carpenterstown?
Yeah.
And he's literally by Kilmine Station.
Yeah, he's Blanche without a doubt. Like,
Would you call that Blanche? Would you call Carpenterstown Blanche?
No, well, he's in Roseland.
No, he's not.
He is.
Roseland?
No,
Has he
he's in Carpenterstown now, but his dad's house, the house he grew up in, because
Right.
his dad used to be my GP.
No,
Funny
really?
fact, the Taoiseach of Ireland's father was my GP. Stick that in your headline tomorrow.
Mad. That's insane.
But
I had a point with him 2 weeks ago with Maverick Sabre.
Leo?
Yeah.
What?
I was supporting Jenny.
Oh, was that Jenny Green? That's right. Yeah.
No, what?
And I was
Tell
just
us.
standing there with Mav, and next minute Leo Brad goes, get a picture. I was like, yeah, it was crack.
So you got a picture with Leo Varadkar and
Yeah,
Maverick
man.
Sabre.
Yeah, it was a bad picture now. I was fairly pissed.
I hope you fucking voice your concerns.
About what?
About what?
I didn't say
About fucking everything.
not qualified to voice my concerns.
Oh, look, he's got on the podcast and rinse it out to the rappers, but the Taoiseach stands
That's
beside him
different
and
story. Like, keep him away from me. I'll do the podcast.
Well, in fairness, if you say that and tell me, come after you, look at the taxes there.
Exactly, bro. You said it in one. I ain't saying shit to him.
But yeah, no, I had to sit. Like Leo was the gaff he grew up in. His dad was Roseland, which is Blanche.
Yeah.
But he represents the Castleknock barony.
Yeah, but he has to do that, doesn't he? It's the Taoiseach. Like.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Is
We're
like,
talking about Leo, are we?
Yeah, but he's like, where you from?
He's not palling up the Leo there.
Pal up with him. He was there because.
So Moke gets on the podcast, right? Slates all the rappers he doesn't like, but the Taoiseach stands beside him, right? And fucking man, the people here, Taoiseach stands beside. Oh no, I'll have a beer with him, take a photo with him, and that.
Yeah, you have to do that. It's part of the
Where
job,
is it?
man.
Stop.
I'm not going to start going on about politics, man. I don't even watch the news.
We're politicking on here about the rappers.
Rappers, yeah, but I don't know anything about.
Yeah,
You look at the homeless people in the.
If I had known that he was from,
I might mess with
he's
you.
really from Blanche.
But in fairness, but part of it is like, you know, I seen it happen in my home sweet home. Certain artists get involved, and you know the old taxes. And look at the taxes there.
It's the problem.
We're throwing way too much out in this podcast, man. It's gonna be litigation.
Yeah,
say nothing to no one,
this man. There's been a few podcasts.
I didn't
where
even
it's like
post that
afterwards-
picture with Leo. I didn't want nothing, no hashtags, nothing.
Yeah, saving that now for the wedding.
Actually, delete this. Yeah.
Get water.
Put that as the promo. Use this as the promo.
Man's getting into
Don't
the
leave the
shower.
fucking top on.
Bro, you the leg now. It's 8:05.
Yeah, fucking hell. I've kept just far too long, lads. Fucking hell, like.
Just edit the best bits.
Yeah, honestly,
Get rid of
I
the
left the top on, didn't I?
Just the best bits, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. No, fucking hell, lads. Honestly, I knew this was going to be a legendary one. So
We could have got into
appreciate it.
more blading slang.
We could have.
It's a classic.
We could have.
You love that.
Next time.
That's why
Next
I love
time.
you, man. That's
Fucking
why I
hell,
love
lads.
you.
No, look, major one. Are the tickets are just on Workman's, obviously, you're an Eventbrite, maybe?
Yeah, I think Eventbrite is where
Yeah.
they're at. Yeah, and through the Workman's website as well. Yeah.
Obviously, look, down the link in the description.
Deadly.
Check everybody out, all your Instagrams and.
Are you performing stuff off the last
Are you going to be there with Leo Bradker? You and Leo going to be
Leo
for the
will
now,
pop in.
boy.
Me, Leo,
Best
Jenny, and
pals. You're just going from Morgan's now. That's what that is.
I hope so. That'd be great.
Fuck it, we'll cut it somewhere there, lads, man. Thanks so much.
Alright, no worries, we'll do a fist bump.
We'll get a fist bump. Thanks for having me. No worries at all. Major.
Sweet.
Major appreciation.